It was now 9 p.m. It was dark outside, and Harvey was feeling frustrated. The records in the administration office had given him a lead and allowed him just enough clues to track down the missing records of the museum. This hidden ledger provided him with details on why the horrible collection of cursed relics had been gathered all at the same museum. There was a purpose behind their organization, but what was the purpose? Obviously, its intent was evil. Harvey had walked the museum and had pored over the different exhibits for many hours. But as far as what evil was about to arise, he could not yet determine. He decided to return to one particular exhibit that had caught his eye. It was the remains of the high priest. I saw a brief fog on the inside of the glass before it quickly faded. That thing inside, it was breathing. Harvey must now overcome the following tasks in any order. This is a peril. There is some physical danger here. This horrible thing could wake up and attack. Lore. Can Harvey discover its significance to the mystery? And to do that, he would have to examine it very closely. To accomplish this mission, Harvey is going to take all 6 dice. And roll them. We've got the following results. We needed 6 investigation and a lore result. This will allow us to do that one. This is a total of 7 plus a lore result, allowing Harvey to complete the bottommost task. He now has 2 dice and must roll a peril on one of them to overcome the danger, the potential danger at this exhibit. We've got a lore and an investigation result. This is a failure. But Harvey is not coming to this unprepared. He spends a clue token. He tries again. Looks even closer. Still not a success. He looks closer. Rolling the dice again. And he's done it. Harvey manages to examine the remains of the high priest very closely, and he determined it definitely does have a link to an ancient cult. We take the dice off and we look at the rewards. For completing this mission, he gains back a clue token, taking Harvey to a total of 3. And he actually gains a new spell, perhaps after reading the ancient hieroglyphics. Mists of Relay. Not sure exactly how that's pronounced. This is worth 1 trophy. We now have to replace this location card with a new one. The Key to Beyond. We'll put that one down. The hours had passed by as Harvey had continued his study. The clock now struck midnight. Alright, we have several midnight effects to resolve here. The first one is from the Mythos card. When the clock next strikes midnight, a monster appears. Alright, let me grab my monster bag. We've got... Is that a cultist? No. The High Priest. Wow, this might be the actual High Priest that was in the exhibit. Okay, so we have to place the High Priest on an available space. It looks like we've got one here. So he will go there. If you take a look at that challenge brought by the High Priest, you'll see that there is a lock and it's red. He's going to lock down the red die. So this die cannot be used right now until the High Priest is defeated. Looking at the other locations, this location as well has a midnight effect. And that effect also says a monster appears. So we have an additional monster coming. Okay. Not sure if that's a vampire or what. A ghoul. Alright. We need to place the ghoul here somewhere. We don't have a designated monster slot. So what we must do is pick one of these locations and put this down at the bottom to be an additional task to be completed. This is going to require 2 investigation to complete. Let's see. Why don't we place this one over here? Put it down here with a terrible discovery. I'm really not experienced enough with the game to know exactly how to best place those to my advantage, but that's where I'll put it for now. So that will conclude Harvey's turn. When we begin the next turn, we will draw and resolve the effects of a new Mythos card, and then Harvey can continue his research into the occult.